do this thing?
It's recording.
Doesn't it?
I don't know. Get straight into this. Oh, can you hide half my body? Come over this way.
Oh yeah, this can be a great video.
Not there. There.
There.
There.
There.
Hi guys and welcome back to another video. Look like you're actually interested. Oh, sorry.
Welcome back to another video, guys. This is a completely different one. I feel like it's been so long since I've done a video like this. Sitting here, actually.
You've just been following me around with a camera for the last...
Well, yeah. It's been vlogs and...
whatnot.
And whatnot.
Whatnot.
And clothing and whatnot. But yeah, today we're actually talking about how to meet somebody during COVID, lockdown, before, after, so like post or like... Pre-COVID. You know, it's really hard to date nowadays, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Like, it was tough for me, and I'm sure it was tough for you.
It's difficult to
Until I met this guy, bloody hell, it was a bit of a roller coaster ride. I'm not gonna lie. It was tough.
Tough.
Yeah. What about you? You don't really care, do you?
I don't really care.
But as a woman, I think it's so hard. Like, I don't know for men, but I'm sure it is as well. But it's really hard to meet anyone, especially now because of COVID.
Yeah. COVID did make it interesting.
It did make it interesting.
It spiced it up a little bit.
Yeah.
When you couldn't do anything, what are you supposed to do?
I know. It's very hard. Now it's all about meeting people online, and if, you know, it's a friend of a friend. You don't go out now and meet... People don't go up to each other and be like, oh, hey, how are you doing? You look really fit. Like, can I get your number?
And if you do, you're just a mental case.
No, I actually... Do you know what? What is that word? I can't even get my word out.
Well, I can't tell you what the word is if I don't know.
I don't even know how to say it. But basically, I praise the guys or girls that go up to somebody and actually says, hey, I think you're fit. Can I have your number? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's sometimes a bit intimidating. It's quite scary for that person, like, on the other side. But, like, I just think, do you know what? If you fancy somebody, just go up to them.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I've done it before and I got completely pied.
Oh.
I gave a bartender guy that was really fit at the time, like, years ago. He looked like Superman.
I was going to say, hopefully it wasn't last week.
But basically, I gave him my number. I don't even know if it's the right number. I was really drunk and I did it. But basically, I never heard from him. I think I gave him the wrong number. Hopefully. That's what I say to myself.
You keep telling yourself that.
But anyway, this is going to give you some tips, guys, how we like met and what advice we'd give you. Well, you might not like our advice.
Yeah, not that we're saying we're like love gurus by any stretch of the
No,
imagination.
so disclaimer, guys, we're not love gurus.
At all. At all. No. Previous history does not.
Mine too. My family and friends will say mine was dreadful. I picked completely the wrong guys until you. I say such nice things. You never say anything nice.
I said your hair looked nice earlier.
Oh yeah, and then you said I had wonky boobies.
And they were like, they literally were like that.
It's because of the top I was wearing.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we're not love gurus, but we will give you our advice and like our tips that we found that have helped us, I guess, or what we've kind of gone through. We met during basically when COVID literally hit. We went into full lockdown. Number one.
It was like 3 weeks after full lockdown.
Yeah. I'd finished my first placement as a student nurse. You were dilly-dallying.
I was away doing something.
I don't know what you're doing.
Stuff.
But basically he messaged me on Tinder. Good old Tinder, eh?
Yep.
Don't, you know, just completely sack off Tinder and dating sites. I know you meet some creepy guys. Like, I've met some real creeps, like, online. But be careful. But don't completely sack it off, because actually, I met this guy. All my friends have met their partners online. What are you? You're not really saying much.
No, I'm just yeah. So I'm just thinking. No, most of them have met through Tinder. Or old school, the fish one.
Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, my sister's married to her husband from Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone that's actually met like a normal human being without having to look at pictures first and be like, oh,
swipe left or right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's fit, he's fit. That's how it starts.
That's how romance starts in this country now.
I know, it's tragic,
oh yeah, she's
really.
fit. Oh,
That's out of our breakfast we had.
oh, so good.
We just went out for brunch at Velo Domestique. Basically, it's in Southbourne, Dorset.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
Free breakfast next time.
I wish. But yeah, anyway, we're going to start talking about how, you know, how you meet. But basically nowadays it is you meet online or through a friend. Like, I don't know any other way, to be honest, to meet anyone.
No.
But basically we're going to give you our tips on how we met, because we met during lockdown COVID. We never met for like 8 months. Did we?
Yeah,
We
8
talked
months.
for like just talked.
It was literally 8 months of just texting.
That was so boring.
We didn't even call. I remember that. No, I tried to get you to call me.
I feel like this is a normal thing. Lots of people are really scared of like having phone calls.
See, I that's one thing that I thought was quite good. Obviously, because COVID, we couldn't meet up.
Karen talking, I need a drink. Karen talking.
This is my channel now. I'm going to sit in the middle. So I can cross my legs ready to tell people. But yeah,
Okay.
no, I found it quite a good tactic to like urge people like to call. I found that really, really useful.
Did
Like,
you?
if you couldn't meet up, yeah, you could go for a walk. But there was like a period of like 4 months where you couldn't do sweet FA. So I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, do you want to call?
I really didn't want to.
You were against it.
I don't like talking to people I don't know.
That. So I'm fine. You know what I'm like though. You can
Yeah.
just drop me
Yeah.
anywhere, and I'll end up making a best friend within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're a bit of a creep, aren't you?
I'm like a dog. I just go up to people. So
But I'm sure this is a normal thing. Like, I don't like talking to people I don't know. Unless it's a family member or like a friend I'm close to. I hate talking on the phone. It's even now, like, with my job, I hate talking on the phone. I just don't like it.
oh, see, I love it.
But how do we even, like... Basically, when we spoke, you sent me long essays.
Long story, yeah.
I'm not going to tell them the whole story because it just drags, doesn't
No,
it?
they don't
But
care.
basically, I got a bit like, there's nothing else to talk about. We're in lockdown, we're in COVID.
Yeah.
We aren't doing anything. This is really boring. I'm just going to, whatever. But he, like, I think it does matter who you talk to and meet. Because some people, if they're really interested, you'll know about it. So if someone doesn't text, or you feel like they're taking ages to text, I'm actually saying that. We take ages.
I
But I
still
mean,
take
like,
ages.
you can tell if someone's interested. If they are being rubbish, just sack them off. I'm sorry, but just don't even... That's one thing I will give advice. If you feel like they're not, you're not connecting, you're not
Especially before you even like form the relationship.
Yeah.
If they're just like you're texting them for the sake of texting them, just
Don't do
move
it.
on. Like,
Yeah.
waste of time.
I knew you were interested because you did send me long essays. They were like paragraphs and
I was
paragraphs
like,
long.
right,
And I felt like I had to too. But I did like you and I was like, oh, I'll just send, I was getting annoyed because we weren't doing anything. There was nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
And we weren't meeting. But just persevere. If you don't meet or whatever, just, as long as you know you're interested in each other,
That's the key.
that's the key. But if you feel like they're not, just please sack them off. Like,
There's a lot of people in the sea.
Yeah.
Plenty more fish in the sea.
Hence the plenty of fish app.
Plenty of fish. I actually like that. I only just clicked.
See what? Is that only just click now? That's only just clicked for me, to be fair.
So
It's really smart. Well done.
I suppose it just clicked because you don't really think of the name. You think of just as a dating site. You don't think about it.
Yeah.
Why is it called Plenty of Fish? Because plenty of fish in the sea. There are some creepy guys on there that I've spoken to. I've been on it all. I've been on Bumble, Tinder, Plenty of Fish.
I've done a lot.
What's the other one? The H one.
Oh, Hinge.
Hinge.
Yeah. I got told to go on Hinge by a mate.
Yeah, Hinge, but you have to like pay for it. You only can do like so many likes, and then you have to pay for it.
Well, same with all of them, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
Hinge is like one you pay for. You have to like do a
It's
membership.
sad about being on Tinder, just swipe for hours and then it's suddenly like you can't swipe anymore.
But you swipe right to everyone or left?
No, I'm just saying if you swipe enough, it says you can't do it anymore.
I've never got to that point.
Yeah, well,
You.
you've never been that sad, have you?
You're so sad. But basically, what are our tips? We got to tell them our tips.
It's like 10 minutes in and we just have to edit away.
Right. Let's give them our proper tips how we like lasted through not properly like dating like
Yeah.
normally.
Alright, tip number 1 is... I was hoping you're going to say something because my brain hasn't...
Like my first obviously number 1 tip is make sure they're interested in you. If you feel like they're not interested in you, please don't waste your time. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but that's what I kind of did with you. Like, as long as I knew you were interested, so there was other people I was talking to for a little bit, and I knew it was just not going to go anywhere. I was like, oh, you were talking to other people. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only natural. You haven't even met. Like, you're talking. You've got no like obligation to them unless there's that kind of feeling that you have.
Yeah. That's
know
a
what
good
I mean?
tip. Good tip.
Don't, make sure you talk to a couple of people. Don't be like, you're not
Yeah,
married.
don't
You're not
find-
in a relationship.
Yeah, don't find one person and then like hook on.
Dedicate
You've not
your
even
time.
met them and you're like, I'm just going to ignore everyone else.
I feel like, people do that mistake a lot.
Yeah, but then don't do the opposite.
Don't do the opposite, yeah.
Like every guy in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Or wherever we
There
are.
is, I feel like you know if you're in the wrong, if you've done something you shouldn't have done. And I think you know when you're actually sort of being a bit more committed to that one person.
Yeah.
But don't like just rule everyone out, Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
No, because they'll break. Is that the...
I don't know.
That's not...
I don't even know if that's a thing.
It's not. But we'll go with
But
it.
basically, I got to a point where we were talking, and I knew not to talk to anyone else. I need to sneeze. My eyes are hurting.
Why are your eyes
I
hurting?
don't know.
And shit on my feet hurt. Weirdo. This is the worst video ever.
No, I'm not.
Is my face red? I feel really hot. What was I saying?
No eggs in baskets. Eggs in multiple
No, that was
baskets.
it. When we got to a point where we were chatting and we were about to meet, and I knew I only wanted to kind of talk to you.
Yeah.
I love how I'm really trying to be serious about this, and you're just like,
Yeah, eggs, basket, breaking.
love you. Yeah, you talk about it. I talk loads.
I'm trying to think of tip number 2. I'm just rebooting there, clearly. Yeah,
I think be open-minded and don't. I feel like everyone has such a tick list. I was definitely one of those people. I have a tick list. I still have a bit of one now. Like, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. But yeah, you do have a tick list. Don't you have a tick list? Like what you want a girl to like.
yeah,
be like
that's-
inside and out.
Yeah, but that's just kind of what I know I like. I know you can be open-minded, but there's certain things that you want.
Definitely, but like, yeah, don't completely lower your standards. But at the same time, I do feel like I'm one of those people. No one is better than someone else. Everyone's the same level.
Well, within reason.
I know, but I feel
not
like
really
you can't say,
helping your
"Oh,
point.
you're punching" or anything. I feel like you are who you are.
Yeah,
Everyone's got their pros and cons.
yeah.
Don't lower your standards too much, but also don't put your standards so high that it's impossible to reach any of them.
Yeah.
A connection and love builds from personality and like being with each other,
Yeah.
not from.
And tip number 3. Oh, scratch that and do it again. Tip number 3. Try and find someone that's got interests of yours as well. Because you can't. I feel like you can't have. Well, you might be able to, but I feel like having a relationship
Yeah.
with someone that doesn't share any of your interests is just recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Because if I like climbing up hills, oh wait, a bad example.
Well, no. I don't mind going on outdoor walks and stuff, but you want to do it like every day. Last night it was like 9 o'clock at night. He's like, I want to go for a walk, and I'm like, I'm in pyjamas. I don't want to go for a walk.
Yeah, you were loading the dishwasher in your pyjamas, and I'm like, oh, let's go on a walk.
Let's go on a walk. No.
No.
No, I know what you mean. You gotta have interests.
Yeah.
Like if we were completely different.
Well,
yeah, it's good. Opposites attract, but not too much.
Not
of this.
completely to the point where you're just going to argue about stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the COVID tip? We need like one during
We need
COVID.
it during COVID, right? We were just talking. It came off camera for a minute. We were like, we need to like think of stuff that are valid to you guys. So like, say if you're in lockdown because you're self-isolating, or you've got COVID, or whatever it is, and you're like, how am I going to go date with
You're
anyone?
not going
or
to
like,
date anyone if you've got COVID.
well, no, you could.
Naughty.
I know it's really hard, and I don't like doing it myself. But I think FaceTiming and calling is a really good way to talk to somebody. I know I don't like that sort of thing, but actually now, like when we actually came down with COVID,
Yeah,
both of
we
us.
both had it.
It was just after Christmas. It was January.
Was it January?
It was January. I had my first vaccine, and I came down with it.
February.
Not from the vaccine, but I'd already had it, not realising. And basically, I felt really unwell, and basically, yeah, long story short, I had it. He had it. We had to self-isolate in our own homes. He lived with his parents, I lived with my parents, so I had to hide away in my room, away from my parents, because they didn't have it, blah, blah, blah. But basically, we FaceTimed and called in that 10 days that we were apart from each other, which was...
It helps a lot.
It was really helpful. If we didn't call each other or FaceTime, it would have been really, really hard.
Which I know is like an obvious thing, but...
I feel like it's underrated.
Yeah, a simple phone call. Like, especially with me as well. Like, I'm a big one for not really texting.
You're not a phone
But
person.
if I go away, I just love a phone call at the end of the day.
It is good.
For me, it's so much more powerful than like just loads of texts. You just lose you
definitely.
lose any personal touch, I think, for a text.
And I think you get more comfortable with somebody over a phone call or FaceTime.
Yeah.
It's scary as hell. Once you get past that, I think it really builds that like connection.
Yeah.
Like of everything. Oh no, my battery's flashing. Okay, basically, what would you say for first date during like this post-COVID? If people are still
God.
afraid of going out and dating and all that, I always say go on like walks on the beach.
Go
for
for
a
a
coffee.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
Bring a
If
flask.
someone's got a dog, take the dog. Go for a walk. You've got your dog. We
Go
went for
for
a
a
walk.
flask. That's the best advice I can give. Go. Wow.
for a flask.
Go for a flask. Bring a flask.
Someone's cut home. Battery's gonna run out. Someone's got in. I feel like this has not been that informative.
This is not even
remotely informative. But basically, we've tried to give you our advice as best as possible.
if it's worth anything.
If it's worth anything.
Which I don't think it probably is, but oh well.
So basically, just talk and don't be afraid of putting yourself out there a bit.
Share your concerns.
Yeah, our dad's shouting stuff at me downstairs.
And this is what we do in our free time when we get a free house. Do YouTube videos.
Yep.
Oh, I'm a lucky guy.
He loves it really. But in case I forget to say, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Thank you for watching. I want to give more advice, but I feel like it's been really rubbish. But basically, it's all about being online. Pick yourself out. Go for outdoor, like, adventure walks. Meet people. I find dinners and cinema the worst kind of day. That's for like later on. I feel
once
like.
you know each other.
Because how are you going to talk about cinema and how I hate eating on like first dates?
You've got burger in your face and it's grim.
Yeah, you're like, it's got like stuff
I
on
mean,
your face.
I eat burgers like a normal human being.
Oh, I'm like an animal. I don't want to be seen on a first date like an
I
animal.
don't know what that was.
You know, I'm like
Weird.
eating. I'm just, it's not a pleasant sight.
Basically, you do you.
You do you.
That's my best advice. You do you. Do what makes you feel comfortable.
To be honest, with dating, it is all about common sense, and it'll happen when you least expect it. I know everyone says this, but honestly, I never thought I'd meet anyone during COVID, especially like talking to somebody.
I think it's the best time. To be honest.
When you least expect, don't force anything. Do you? If you're not at the right point, do you, and then like put yourself out there, but don't force it. I feel like that's the main thing. I've got really itchy nose.
Well, that was a good summary. We'll leave the people be.
Yeah, because I feel like it's going to be a really long video and it's not going to be that informative.
No.
But I hope it helped you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.